Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we got the CRYPT KEEPERS faction events. We'll go over teams high, mid, and low for that. And after that we'll do the epic trials for Sword's Edge. At least one fight of it. We've had this one before. I have videos or streams, something up about it from the first time if you need more information. But we will go over it a little bit here real quick in case you haven't got it done yet. Show you how to do the fight and everything. At least get your one copy of the pet. After that, I don't know. I did have an epic spider battle this morning, so I might talk about that. But yeah, let me get everything set up here, and I'll put a chapter in so you can skip all this nonsense. Actually, a couple minutes early today. Okay. Got the intro chapter. I need to put it on playlists. Boop, boop. Done. If you're ever looking for these and you can't find them, there's a live stream playlist. You could click on it, and it should have everything in order. I might forget one here and there, but 99% of them should be on that playlist. If you're ever just looking, go to my channel, click on the playlists, and I have a live stream playlist. So you can't really miss it unless I miss it, I guess. Gems of War is the game. Apple Juice stream this Saturday night starting around 9:30, 9, 10, 10:30, somewhere in that range, EST. We've only had one of those before. This will be the second bi-monthly, is that what it is? Every other month? Bi-monthly Apple Juice stream. Sippy for Tippy. Cancel that. Save that. Mark's here. What up, Mark? Sauna's here. Mark says, good morning. How is weather where you're at? It's dark and stormy here. It's freaking nice here. I think it's going to be a little bit cloudy, but nice as in like mid-80s. So not as... Well, we were in like the 90s. We were creeping up to the mid-90s. You might hear where I live and think, oh, it's probably not that. It's freaking hot here. It's humid here. It's disgusting. And it got up to like 93, 94 like last week. And right now it's in mid-80s, which is like a little bit nicer. So I don't know. We don't got any storms though, I don't think. Alright, I think I got everything set up here. Let's jump over to the chat, get ready for that. Even though I can look on the screen here with pizza time. Turn down this music. Alright, we're gonna do CRYPT KEEPERS, epic trials, etc. If you guys have any questions, that's what I'm here for. I should probably just stop everything I'm doing and answer any questions if you guys have them. So let me know. Where's my chat? Come on, pop up the chat, please. Come on. But yeah, I had a epic spider battle this morning. It was giant black spider. Big as your hand. Body was like your palm, and its legs were like your fingers. That's how big it was. It was freaking huge. It was fat too. Like it had like a close your fist. That was its booty. I flattened its booty out. I made it have a Hank Hill booty. If you love spiders, sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't trying to sleep with a giant black booty spider. Big as your hand. I don't care. I don't care if they don't bite, if they're good for getting other bugs and all that stuff. I don't want that thing crawling on me. Big old giant booty spider. Y'all put your spider battles in the chat. I'll talk about it a little bit later. Mark says, my daughter used to freak out at spiders. She would cry and throw a fit, and she's almost 21. I know. Mrs. Cindy hates bugs so bad. Especially like bees and hornets and stuff like that. If they get anywhere within like a 10-foot radius, she starts screaming and running. I kind of just stand there like a statue. I figure it's not going to do anything to you unless you're flailing around like a dummy. So I kind of just, if there's a bee or a hornet, as long as I haven't already done something, like swung at it, if I've done nothing at all to it, if you just stand there like a statue, it's not going to do anything to you. Like, why would it all of a sudden sting a statue? Like, it's not going to, so... I feel like if you just stand there like you're a statue, they don't do anything. Then they kind of fly off, and then you just go about your day. But yeah, let's do this thing. I'm going to probably run it in the underworld, which is pretty much no different. I just want to be able to show the teams quickly, and if I run the teams here in the event, it makes me go through the entire floor, do every single fight, because I want all the points. But if I run them in the underworld, then I can just abandon the fights, just lose the sigil, it's no big deal down there. But I can show you the teams easier down there. So, as far as this goes, it's Tuesday. Like I always say, I'm going to repeat myself every day, reinforcement. It's a Tuesday faction event. Most people don't go all the way to 500 on these, but you could if you wanted to. If you like have a day off and this is the one and whatever, like you could do that. And it's always good to do that during an event, but usually I'll wait till a weekend event, or I will go do them slowly over time, like 3 battles at a time every day, you know, over time, or on a weekend event, because they'll all eventually come around on the weekend. We're playing the long game here, the patience game here, especially on this channel. And, you know, this Crypt Keepers would come around on the weekends eventually. Any faction will. They all rotate. They're all going to have their own weekend faction event. That's how the game works. Everything rotates like that. Kingdoms rotate, mythics rotate, you know, faction events rotate. Just events in general rotate. So eventually Crypt Keepers will be on the weekend. And you could wait until then to do it, so you have 3 days to do it. And, like, more sigils, and it's nice to wait until the weekend. Or, my recommendation, do it every day, 3 battles a day, and don't spend any kind of gems on it, for real. Because it costs, like, 2,500 gems to get this done all the way to 500. Which is a good accomplishment, but it will cost you. And it'll cost you a bunch of gold to get your horde level up, so this is one of the most expensive things in the game. If you're sitting there with, like, a giant stack of gold and a giant stack of gems, and you haven't done all your factions to 500 yet, that's where they're going to go. That's where they're going to go. Because even with me in Hellgate, I had to spend like 3 million gold on that bad boy. It was a lot. So, don't think if you have a big stack of gold, you have nothing to do with it if you don't have all your factions at 500, or at least all your horde levels up. Because it's going to cost tons of gold, millions, and then, you know, the gems, if you're going to do it during an event, it could cost up to 2,500 gems, depending on... If you lose, it could cost more, but if you win every fight, it could cost up to 2,500 gems. So these cost quite a bit, and it's something you got to do eventually. But doing them over time, 3 a day, doesn't really cost anything, except for your horde level, I guess, because you still have to do that. But yeah, these events, your horde level will carry over, your potions from the underworld will carry over, like, all that stuff... It gets used in the event, and so you can get like double if you wanted to. You could go get more potions, more stats here, and then the stuff from your underworld also counts towards this event. But one thing to say in saying that is, if you're already on like level 350 on Crypt Keepers, it's probably not a smart idea to then go run the entire event to 500, because you're going to retread ground you've already covered. You already did. You have to start at 20 in an event. So you're going to retread 20 to 350, which you already slowly did in the underworld. So I'd rather see a person like do one that they have like no progress on, if they're going to do all the way to 500 in one day, than something that you already got to 350, and now you're going to like start from 20? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, but some people do it, I guess. But the goal is to buy nothing in the shop, if you don't have to, and get all rewards. Get that orb and everything. Get that vault key. Get that other orb there. Get all this good stuff for free. It's kind of like a class event where you get your 25 gems for free, but this is even better. You get orbs, you get vault key, you get more gems probably. So you try to do it for free, and then eventually, sometimes every other time or so, you'll have to buy the first shop offer here, the 30 gem offer for that last orb. But that's always worth it, so always do that if you have to. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong, it just happens sometimes. Every other time you'll have to buy that first shop offer to complete the entire event on Tuesday. And you should do this every single Tuesday, whether you have the faction done or not. It's about the rewards, not the faction. So make sure you do this every single Tuesday. It's just like anything else. It's like Adventure Board, it's like Dungeon, it's like the class event, it's like the guild event, it's like the weekend event. You want to do them every time, even if you have them done already. So doesn't matter if you have Crypt Keepers done or not. You're doing this to get all rewards right here. Because you don't have all these... You don't just automatically get these rewards just because you have Crypt Keepers done. You have to do the event to get the rewards. So, it doesn't matter either way if you have it done or not. And your stuff does carry over from the Underworld, so... If you wanted to, before you even start this event, you could go check on your Crypt Keeper and make sure you have your Horde level up, because that'll help you go a little faster in the event. So wherever it is, I can never find these things. There it is. So we'll see what kind of Horde level I did. 200, that's pretty big. So, I don't know, is this a hard one? If I got Horde on 200, that means it's probably at least moderately hard. You know, it might not be a 10 out of 10, but it's probably like a 7 or an 8, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I even have the team here. No, it didn't save anything. I don't know how that's possible, but it didn't save anything for me. Well, we could take a look at Crypt Keeper Pure Faction real fast. See if I can remember. Yeah, I know the whole deal with spiders. Like, I pretty much just get rid of them for the girls. I think it's mostly a Lady Mirana. Deal damage to an enemy with a 10% chance to slay them, boosted by 2% for each purple gem. I think it's a mostly like, you know, you got ice armor, really heavy skull reduction. You have a chance to instant kill. I think you mostly go all in on Lady Mirana. At least a couple of them, maybe 3 of them. Something like that. And then you got Graveseer, green to purple. That will put that purple onto the board for the Lady Mirana. So I think you start with the Graveseer also. Probably don't use this guy. I don't think so. Nightshade, no. Definitely don't use Nightshade. I don't think. I mean, a Darkstorm wouldn't be horrible, but you gotta cast it. And Spectral Knight, maybe. If they have a status effect, you could do double true damage. So maybe something like, I don't know. Probably want her up front, maybe. I don't remember exactly what I did, but something like that, if I had to guess. The other one does true damage, but this thing could kill. Like instant kill. And it has that 65%. And then this thing would be to... Well, it only inflicts frozen when doing skull damage. How do we get them to have a status effect? We're gonna enchant the strongest ally. So maybe not this guy. They're not gonna have a status effect, so... Maybe just triple. But then what? You kind of want some purple. I don't know. I just know the main thing was Lady Mirana, and you definitely want at least one Graveseer. So, you can mess around with it. If you want to use the Spectral Knight, you definitely need to put some sort of status effect on them. So you can then hit for double damage. So that would be the only reason you would be using him. Catch the purple. I guess there's 2 reasons. Catch the purple that Graveseer's doing, and then give them a status effect to then hit them for double damage with the true damage. If you're going to use that, you got to make that happen, which means you're probably going to have to put something else on your team. Which would be like either Nightshade or Crypthound. It does all enemies. I mean, Deathmark all enemies, silence all enemies, or curse all enemies. That's not bad, I guess. So I don't know. I can't remember for real. So no, Lady Mirana was a main part of the team. And Graveseer. So like the top and the bottom, I'm sure. But the middle 2, you can mess around with. Either use Crypthound and Spectral Knight, or use like Nightshade and Spectral Knight, or use just 3 Lady Miranas. Then there's like nothing to catch the purple, so it kind of annoys me. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I probably have a video out there if you really need it. Go to my channel, search up Crypt Keeper, and I probably have a Pure Faction video or live stream about it. Because I have it done, so most of the time I put up video or stream. But let's make a team, a high-level team. I'll catch up in the chat before I put the timestamp. There we go. Okay, what's going on over here? What are you guys doing? Your cat eats them? That's nice. Cats are awesome for that, aren't they? They'll catch mice, rats, spiders. Pete's times the spiders are more scared. Don't blame them. If I saw something thousands of times my size, I'd be scared. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I understand. I should have catched and released it, I guess. But in the moment, you're just like, you don't want it to get away. So to go through the whole process of catching and releasing it would take some forethought and time. And it was like running away, so I had to get it, you know? I don't want like a random spider just hiding somewhere in the house that was that big. Sana says, Pizza always get the cat and let the spider run, so he'll chase it. Pizza says, bet that's cat's favorite thing to play with. Sana says, sometimes I find a half mouse in my shoe. Oh, no. It's presenting you a present. Yoke the Ham is here. Pizza says they might bring it to you. Say, look what I got, half a mouse. Yeah, hit that like button. It helps a lot. I appreciate it. Inside Out 2, yeah, my daughter wants to see that pretty bad. She had to see If instead and Garfield, because we went a little bit too soon. We thought Inside Out 2 was showing, but it wasn't yet, so she had to see If. Sana says he brings a live mouse and looks at me. Here, boss, catch that. Then Sana with the gift went to Supernova, who I know where they're at. Supernova is working super hard, so appreciate when y'all tell me what's up. When people just disappear, I know it's your right to just disappear. This is just a stupid YouTube channel. Who cares? But my thing is, you can check up on me every single day if you want to. I'm streaming every single day. You know I'm still alive. I'm still here. I'm still streaming. So it's easy for you to, like, just check up on me. You don't even have to, like, talk to me or anything. You can just see, oh, he's live. That means he's alive. When somebody like Funky Town, Texas, or Livewire just disappear, it makes me worry. Like, they could say something like, hey, you're an asshole. I'm out of here. Okay, that's fine. At least I know you think I'm an asshole and you're still alive. Well, but, you know, tell me something. Be nice. Efley's here. Maka says, what Underspire team did you use? Let me go see. Since you asked, let's see what I'm using. I'm using this for the... I think it's going to be okay the entire way. I think I might do, like, one of these moves, though. Like, later on. So that's my team. True damage, multiple enemies. Especially early, you're going to kill 3 of them with the Ulf, and then you're going to like skull the other one. It goes pretty quick. Flail of Guard to summon for later. It also blows up blue for Ulf. You got Sir Quentin Hadley, 50% starting the entire team. So everything has a purpose on this team. The Flail blows up blue for Sword's Edge allies. We got all Sword's Edge allies. The Ulf is doing true damage to 3 random enemies. It's got a summon on it too. You got all kinds of summoning. So this whole middle portion can summon. This guy 50% starts. He's also very good if you cast a spell if he has alignment. So I think it's a good team and it should make it all the way to 7. But I'll at least be using this up until like the 4th boss for sure. That's my Underspire team. I think people forget about Ulf. You know, multiple true damage hits, usually better than physical damage. But let's get back to the faction event. If it'll let me, holy cow, it's loading. Alright, let's make some teams. No problem, Maka. The Flail of Guard was the weapon. Flail of Guard. If you don't have the weapon, there's so many weapons that would work because Sword's Edge just has so many freaking weapons and they all do the same thing. They like all blow up blue. So you could probably find one somewhere if you don't have the Flail. That's cool, Mark. Congrats. Not one of my favorites, but hey, it's pretty decent mythic. Nice and defensive. Okay, so we have a red and purple. Let's try to make something that's not freaking Stellarix, because you could, of course, do Stellarix with the wand. You got red. You could just go Stellarix, triple Talk Shaka. Or you could do Stellarix with the wand if you want. and a couple Takshakas if you want hero experience or class experience. Let's try to make something else. Red and purple. What can we do? You could do Eye of Argus. That'd be fun early. You got Guard's Avatar, but you don't have his 50% start, so... King of the Ravens is always cool, but not for... it's usually cool for, like, PvP. Got Megavore. Got Morthani. Got Pycea. There's Stellarix. We could do the Takshaka of Anoxia thing. That's not exactly... It's kind of fun. I haven't done that in a minute. I think we can do Venoxia, right? There it is. These go really good together. And then, since it's a high-level team, we can use... Let's just use the wand. Sorry, I know most of y'all have it, though. Then we just need, like, a leprechaun or something. Let's just go down to L. Go to leprechaun. Bang. Something like that should work. We're putting green and blue on the board, and we're putting green and blue on the board, so that's nice. Go with Archer. Nice green storm to help us loop. And then we have 3 green, 3 purple. And what do we not have? We have green, purple, red. We don't have brown. Oh, no. That sucks. Green, blue wouldn't be bad. Green, yellow would work. So, let's do the one that's not a warband. Those are the colors we're putting up, too. So we're putting up green and blue. And then we're going to put our banner on green and blue. And we're not using brown except for on the wand. We can minus brown. So that looks pretty good. Let's see what happens. Let's do the team code first. That way I can just do 1 fight or 2 fights. But there's a high-level team. Stellarix, of course, you can use that. But I'm trying to make one that's not Stellarix. So here's a high-level team that's not Stellarix. If you only have 1 Takshaka, here's a decent team for it. Should be pretty fast, too, because it's all true damage. Maga says, I have 5 now, but we'll check Soulforge as well. Yeah, Pure Faction doesn't have a weapon. Because you have to use all troops from that faction for it to count. Sana said, Thrall, Void Dragon, Doomspade, Midnight Queen. I like it. I'd probably do Lazara instead of Midnight Queen, but I like it still. Efley says I haven't been around as much because I'm swamped with building a house and packing to get moved. Well, good to know. Appreciate it. People just don't care. They want their private business to be their private business. I understand. Make me cry, though. You're around for years and years and years, and then you just disappear all of a sudden. I don't know. You might be in a ditch somewhere. How do I know? Bruce is here. Maka says Megavore is awesome. I bought it on Sunday, and on Monday I used it already. So far, I am Diamond League on the 1st place. All right, good job. And Megavore is good. I like it. Might be a top 20. Used to be a top 10. Up and down, yeah, same here. It's me too. Up and down. There are some days that are okay. I feel like I'm never going to be able to move, though. That's the only thing. So I think about that every day. The savings is getting lower and lower. We're not very good at saving money. Okay, so cool, I got a task completed. But that was the high-level team. And I'm doing it in the underworld because it's the same thing. You can use this team in the event. I just wanted to be able to do this a little faster. Alright, let's make a mid-level team. I'll try not to make it the same. Legendaries. We got purple. Maybe we'll just do... can't do that. Got red and purple. What's a good red or purple legendary? Magma Dragon. Got Keelan. Scylla. Shagra. Shagaroth. Ooh, we got Tesla. Foxfire King. Usually what you think of with red, you think Foxfire King with King Oberon. Or Tesla. I think I'm going to go Shagaroth, though. I like Shagaroth. Sorry. We'll do a different weapon, since we already did the wand. But you could do the wand if you want to. A lot of teams are pretty similar. You have like a mana-generating weapon. You have 2 damage dealers. Hopefully they hit multiple enemies at least and do multiple things. Then you have like an empowered exploder like Leprechaun or something. I think I'm going to go Osha's Tome, just to be different. And then Leprechaun again. I mean, when you got purple, you do Leprechaun. If you got green, you do Leprechaun. Most people have it, especially if you're mid-level. This'll work. We'll do Thief, because we got a lot of purple. You could do, you could really do Archmagus if you want. Since we don't, like, need a storm. We're not looping. Whenever I'm, like, looping, I'll use Thief for the purple storm to help it loop. Especially if you're putting purple on the board, of course, right? But if you don't, if you're not looping, like Shagaroth isn't really looping. I mean, it explodes, so it could. But, you know, use Archmagus if you're not looping. Purple and blue. Buckle my shoe. Could minus green. It's not the best, but... yeah, yellow. No, not yellow. Okay, green. So green, probably. This Leprechaun starts with full mana. It doesn't matter if we minus green. Alright, so this will be the mid-level team. Let me show you the code, and let me put a chapter, dum-dum. CRYPT Keepers mid at the 2845-ish. Save. Trying to do chapters, man. I'm trying here. Do a new account playthrough, doing chapters. Give it a little bit of credit. Be trying to help everybody. I don't have to do chapters. I don't have to do the new account playthrough. Like, I'm trying, y'all. Here we go. Shagaroth just does so many things. I love it. Blowing up, silencing, enraging, true damage to multiple enemies. It has a cool audio clip. It's underrated, easy to get. So many good things about it. Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mark with the 2. Underdoggy fund. Oh, we're swinging today. We're swinging. Mark standing in the baby swing. Anita and Sana are pushing each other. I guess Mark gave an underdoggy, so he's not... if he gives the underdoggy, then he runs over to the baby swing and stands in it. Waits till they need another one. Just kind of blow stuff up till you get them up. And then you blow more stuff up. It's the blow stuff up team. Everything on the team blows stuff up. The Scream and Blow Stuff Up team. So if you like to scream and blow stuff up. This person calls me like every day. I should probably answer it one day. I'm gonna put that number in Google. You ever do that? My voicemail isn't set up, so if somebody calls me, they can't leave a message. I don't know why. I forget why. There's like a reason. So whenever a random number calls me, I have to like look it up on Google. So I'm not just gonna answer the phone. I'm not a maniac. Could be anybody. I don't want to answer the phone. You kidding me? You know how I feel about that. I'm in the middle of something right here. Answer the phone right now. They don't send me a text or nothing. I could be on the toilet. I could be elbow deep in fixing a car. I could be plunging a toilet. You never know what I'm doing. I'm streaming. You think I'm going to stop right now and answer your phone call? Your entitled, selfish phone call person? Send me a text, man. Send me a text. I can always respond later on those. If you just call me, I can't just respond with the text. You know, I don't know who it is. But I already showed that team code, but that's the mid team, and I like it. The phone rant. People that's always against the phone rant are the ones that say, I love talking to my sister, I love talking to my mom. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a random, like, you're expecting somebody to answer the phone all of a sudden. If you got a planned phone call, that's different. If you enjoy talking to somebody on the phone and they enjoy talking to you, that's completely different. I'm saying if it's something you could just text and you call them and you expect them to answer right there, right then, drop everything they're doing to pick up the phone. I don't like that. Okie dokie, let's make a low-level team. So, we got red and purple. You could do the Wall of Bones thing, you could do the Wall of Tentacles thing, you could do Cunning, you could do Ferocity. You could do Gargoyle. Does anybody want to see any one of those? It's pretty much everything that comes to mind for a red-purple low-level team. If anybody out there wants to see any of those, let me know. Gargoyle. Wall of Tentacles. Wall of Bones. Cunning. Ferocity. Do any of those tickle your pickle? Cat's here. Anita's trying to call me. Drop everything and answer my call. It was from Anita. Plunging the toilet with my elbow, dude. Like, I can't answer the phone. The phone will get wet. Seems like every time I'm, like, washing my hands, somebody calls me. Like, my hands are all wet. I don't... where's the towel? Anita says I can handle a storm all day long during the day, but at night, that's a different story in the USA. Yeah, I like it when it's storming out. Mark had a banana. Simple dinner, says Anita. Sana says, Thrall, 2 times Tesla, and Angel's Faith. Sounds good. I usually like your team, Sana, because I feel like you've figured it out, kinda. Some people don't figure it out. They mana block. They use weird troops. They, you know, they try to force things. But it sounds like you got it figured out. Yeah, the PvP updates, it was, I don't know, though, because I saw some enemies with the Wand of Stars on it, and that was one of the updates. They said they were going to take off the Wand of Stars off of defensive teams, and Stellarix off of defensive teams, and replace them with Diamantina and Prismatic Orb or something. But I don't know if that's just for, like, the losing alliances, because I saw wands yesterday when I was fighting. So I don't know if, like, all those changes were just for, like, the losing alliances to... Because they're trying to, like, balance it out. Too many people are in the Dark Order, and they want to give more incentive for you to be not in the Dark Order, so they gave you more stats. But just on offense. And then they supposedly took the Wands and the Stellarixes off the defensive teams, but I guess that's for just the losing alliances to face teams with not Wand and not Stellarix, because I saw Wands all day yesterday. Yeah, there were definitely Wands yesterday. But yeah, any of those teams? Anybody care? You didn't see Stellarix? I think I'll just do Ferocity because I'm using that on my new account, so I know it's possible. You might not have the weapon yet, because the weapons are kind of hard to get, because you're going to have to wait for Rage Reaver to come through to have, like, the best weapon. But we can try to see what else is available. You just do Taurus or Construct. So you can go in here and be like, Construct, or wait, go to Weapon. And you can just type in Construct and see what you got. Because my new account doesn't have Rage Reaver, so I have to use something like Mountain Crusher for this. But it works. Like Glowing Core you could use for sure. I prefer to recommend Rage Reaver, but I know it's hard to get. So Glowing Core is one you could use. You could type Taurus. How do you spell it? Nothing? Why? There's no Taurus weapons? That's weird. Maybe I spelled it wrong. T-A-U-R-O-S. I put U-S. That's why. It's O-S, dummy. There we go. So there's the Rage Reaver, so you could do this. And then you got, you could do that, I guess, but it makes green and brown, which doesn't help anything. So I'd say Rage Reaver or Glowing Core is the best way to go. If you don't have any of that, could just do a good old Mountain Crusher, like my new account would do. Like that. And I'll just show you that it works. Let's do it. It's just not as good as Rage Reaver, because Rage Reaver uses blue and brown, which is not red, and then it puts a ton of red on the board, which gives you extra turns, and then Ferocity can use its third trait. We kind of have to be a Shaman class to make this work, I think. I mean, I don't think we have to. Hold on. Yeah, we don't have to. If you're using Rage Reaver, you have to use Shaman. If you're using Glowing Core, you don't have to, and if you're using Mountain Crusher, you don't have to. You could also use Essence of Evil, or Reflection of Good, or Obsidian Librum. Like, there's lots of options. Don't ever think, like, I can't do the triple Ferocity because I don't have Rage Reaver. There's so many weapons. There's like 10 different weapons you could use. It's just the best one. So for class, I'll just do Titan or something. I don't know. Actually, I guess... Hold on. Would, does Shaman have a 50% start? Yeah, it does. So let's just do that. We'll do Shaman. Then we can, also get the boost off the stats for the hero, too. You could even, put the hero in first slot if you want, but Ferocity does, like, double skull damage versus red. And it also has 50% skull reduction, so... For the banner, definitely red and brown. Might go like that. Alright, so low-level team. And I did it without Rage Reaver for ya. My, new account will probably use this exact team. And it's only level, like, 67 or 70 or something like that. I'm only, like, level 70. And I know that this will work for me. So it should work for anybody. You should have all this, for sure. By, like, level 70. So 100% definitely works. This is definitely a team any person in the entire game could use. Which is cool. to know. Otherwise, you're like level 50 and you're probably not doing this event. You're too busy doing your kingdom quests and stuff. Let's just show it working. Jalapenos, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes that hurts my tummy, but I do eat them sometimes. Anybody else have that food out there that you love, but it just hurts your stomach? Like, I like Papa John's pizza, but it just hurts me every time. Almost. Like, if I have some forethought, and I get some, like, Pepto first, and then I eat it, and then I drink the Pepto, like, immediately after, I'm okay. But if I just, like, raw dog freaking Papa John's at, like, nighttime, I'm gonna be up all night. Same with, like, jalapenos. Like, I go to Sonic, and I get this burrito that has jalapenos in it. And I could say, like, hey, I don't want any jalapenos. They will just, like, one time I said I don't want, okay, so it's like a burrito that comes with jalapenos, like tomato, like onion, egg, cheese. It has, like, sausage and bacon. Like, wrapped up in a tortilla. It's like a breakfast burrito thing. And that's what I usually get when I go there. I don't know if you guys know Sonic, but I don't know. It's Sonic. They have, like, tater tots and hamburgers and... But anyway, one time I said, you know, don't put any sausage on it. Don't put any jalapenos on it. Add bacon. And I get it. I go home. It's in there, so I'm not, like, opening the burrito. I'm just making sure it's there, and then I go home. I open it up. I open the tortilla to see if they did it right, and all that's in there is just egg. I'm like, what the heck? Huh? So now I just have a tortilla and an egg. There's nothing else. So I feel like anytime you ask for something special, 50-50 chance they're going to screw it up. So now I just leave them in there. I'm like, whatever. I guess I'll just have sausage and jalapenos. I can always pick them out of there, I guess. I swear, every time I ask for something special at that place, they give me, like, out of spite or something, they just put eggs in there and that's it. Like, come on, dude. Your jalapenos hurt my tum-tum, and I just want bacon instead of sausage, please. Not a big sausage dude. I learned my lesson, though. I just say, alright, just give it to me the way it comes. I'll figure it out from there. Chad with the two, and he's been a member for 37 months. That's over 3 freaking years. I don't know if anybody's around anymore that has longer than that. Maybe Trey? He comes through every once in a while. He still, like, comes through. Might be the only one that can beat you right now, Chad. Yeah, Ferocity will purposely pop up in your guild chest. Like, you're gonna get those. You're gonna get the Guardians. It's not like, one account won't and one account will. Like, every single account will get the Guardians. It's like a thing. So, everybody has this. I know they do. And it's not slow, either. Alright, last fight, and then we'll move on to Epic Trials. Dude, a food allergy would be terrible. I'd be scared every time. I would probably not even go to fast food restaurants, because you know they're going to put that crap in there. Somebody's going to forget, some 15-year-old that doesn't care, and end up killing somebody. We don't got anything. Let's make red happen next time. Oops. Darn it. Brown and red, please. We got this. You see how it still works? We use Mountain Crusher. All our ferocities are up. We're good. Could even do this. Bang. Just a good low-level team. You should be thinking about Guardians as a low-level player. Do Goblins, then you do Rowan, and then you do Guardians. And you need, like, a team for each Guardian. Triple Ferocity, triple Cunning, triple Persistence, triple Finesse. The only one you don't do is the blue one. The blue one sucks. I don't know why. It's like the only Guardian that sucks. The blue one. Treachery or whatever it's called. I've never used that ever. You're better off using Rowan if you can use blue anyway. Rowan, Gob Truffle. There's good blue stuff, so you don't need that blue Guardian. The Guardians are more for like red and purple, maybe yellow. You know, you got green and blue covered. You're good on those, but the other colors, Guardians are good for beginners. Okie dokie, let's go up to the overworld. Let's catch up in the chat, see if you guys said anything cool. There was definitely wands yesterday, I saw them. Sana for Gems of War president, make Gems of War great again, is Sana's slogan. Sana still sees Stella and Wand. Kat says I didn't see Stellarix. Bruce says I still see Stella and Wand. Maga says join Taxaholic team. We are recruiting PC and mobile. Everybody should join that. Phenoxia is good. Mark says I think it's your defense team, Bazooka. Phenoxia. Maga says level 1000 appreciated, but you can be lower if you are participating your minimum. Yeah, I feel that way too, like with guilds. If your requirement is like level 1000, you can always bring in like a level 900 something and just say, hey, just don't screw up. Bruce says, yeah, when I attack people, I mean. Anita says, it's time for me to go cook hamburgers. That sounds great. I would love a nice big homemade hamburger. Jalapeno peppers. Yoke says, here's my PvP team. I am leveling classes and PvP with it. Wand, Stellarix, Queen Aurora, Leprechaun. I like it, man. I like it. I mean, it seems like Queen Aurora is just like a, you know, you want to try to use it. It's not bad, though. I like it. Especially if you have that third trait on Queen Aurora. That way, like, every mana color gets a boost. I don't see anything wrong with it, dude. I like it. Bruce says, out of curiosity, how many souls would you get if you disenchant all your extra troops? I don't know. I've done it before, though, so it's not like I saved up forever. How do you even do that? You, like, go to the troop. Disenchant. 4,474,315 souls. Another reason you don't need to soul farm. I don't like. There's no reason not to do that for real. I don't think. They make it fail safe. Like you can't disenchant things that you need multiple copies of. Like it wouldn't get rid of one of my other ferocities. It would keep 4 of them. It would keep 4 gob truffles, 4 ferocities, 4 finesses, 4 Eye of Argus. It wouldn't. It just disenchants like the extras on top of that. So this is fail safe. It used to not be. Way back in the day, disenchanting was like butt clenching because it would just disenchant everything, even if you didn't have it fully. Like if you're working towards it being ascended. So let's say you had Gob Truffle and you had 4 copies. Back in the day, it would disenchant 3 of them and you would only be left with 1. So you had to be really careful back in the day when you were disenchanting. But these days, you can just do it. There's no reason not to. So, it keeps enough copies, so it won't do that to you now. That was fixed, like, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So, yeah, there's almost no reason not to do this. I just don't need the souls, so... I have 18 million. So I could get another 4 million on top of that if I really wanted to. Pretty cool. Yeah, the guild chest will give you guardians until you have all of them fully ascended, and then it will stop giving you guardians. So you're gonna get guardians. It's like the first thing it gives you, really. You open a guild seal chest, you're gonna get a guardian and then something else. You know? Like, it's giving you the guardians priority. It's like prioritizing giving you those guardians first. They're, like, called guild guardians, like... But it will stop once you get them fully. Who doesn't like a sausage fest? I know somewhere you could go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not supposed to zip my lips. Zip your lips, Sinny. Okay. Seems like a sausage party. Some people like sausage parties, though. I know. If you like sausage parties, that's cool. Oh, yeah. It's a thing. People like those. Some people do like sausage parties, so... It seems like a lot of people like sausage parties. It ain't a sausage party over here, though. You can just tell by the chat. It's not a sausage party. But I know somewhere you can go for a sausage party if you want one. So, Epic Trials, let's go. I'm supposed to have my lips zipped. Zip your lips, Cinny. We'll talk about the sausage party. It's not actually a sausage party. There's one girl there. Somebody in my comments.
Technically, his mom is subscribed. That's a lady.
That'll be the chat, the comments. Running with their cape on. Alright, we got Night Coronet. Remove all purple gems. Deal damage to the first enemy. Boosted by gems removed. Then deal the same to the last enemy. I like to exaggerate. It's fun. Deal damage to the first enemy equal to an ally's attack. Then give 55 attack and armor to them. Give 3 to 8 mana to all allies other than myself. That might be the key to victory. Giving all that attack and armor to, like, your first slot. Man-at-Arms can barrier your first slot and give more attack to them, so that is definitely the strat. We're going to boost our attack to the moon and then hit them with skulls. Then you have Sir Gawain, who can freaking summon too. Like, this should be a cakewalk. This thing has 50% skull reduction, 3 to all skills if in first position, so it probably goes in first slot. Looks like it's all in the right order. It might save my order, so I don't know if this is the dev's order or my order from the time that I did it, so I don't know. As far as the enemies go, let me put a chapter in. Farts. Epic Trials. Swords. Edge. 52. Alright. Let's look at the enemies real fast. Dragon Knight. Deal damage to an enemy. The enemy has a dragon. Deal 6 damage, and we don't have no dragons, bro. Deal true damage. That thing's going to be a problem, maybe. So yeah, the only thing I'm really scared of... I mean, you got the Shadow Dragon and the Wolf Knight, a couple true damagers. If they hit the wrong thing at the same time, you could lose a troop. But you got Sir Gawain, who could summon something back in. And you got a barrier. So as long as you're strategic with your spell casting... It shouldn't be too big of a deal, but you might have to, like, restart a fight here or there, retreat here or there. If everything goes perfectly wrong and Wolf Knight and Shadow Dragon hit the same enemy and then it happens to be, like, Sir Gawain or something, I could see it going all wrong, but you should be okay. You can barrier your Night Coronet. You could summon if that happens. So it's not the end of the world if you get, like, 1 shot by true damage or 2 shot. Just summon something in there. Be careful next time, barrier. Banana hammock sausage party. Alright. In Hawaii. No, I'm kidding. Skulls! Purple. So we want to get up Queen Jezebel and Man-at-Arms and then cast them on Night Coronet. So we're looking for, like, green and brown. Green and brown. Green and or brown. There we go. Let's start working on this. Some attack. Green or brown, please. We could get up this guy and maybe cast him. Ooh, they're hitting that. But it was barriered, so that was good. We can make a bunch of blue and brown. This is Epic Trials. Okay, now let's do this again. And we could shoot that off. I might just, like, hold it. That way I can take blue. Skulls. We're not exactly, like, super high attack yet. Do this again. we need blue, green, brown. Blue, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue, green, brown. There's green. Okay, we finally got her. Let's cast her. Let's do this again. Just trying to build his attack up. Here we go. Die. Let's take red, hope for skulls. I'm just gonna keep casting this till I need it. Take blue. Blue and green. We got yellow and blue. Got brown. Anybody about to die? Sir Gawain's kind of low. Also Man-at-Arms. So I am taking a little bit too long. We could barrier something else. Let's do Man-at-Arms, maybe. Just to keep him alive. While we wait on these skulls. Here they come. And let's do this. Ooh, Man-at-Arms is almost dead. I can probably kill that, so we won't do that again. We might want to save this now, since we have Man-at-Arms at 9 HP. We'll save it. We'll savor it. Got skulls, perfect. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for the yellow. They got Shadow Dragon, though. That kind of sucks. But hey, if they kill Man-at-Arms, we'll just summon something in there. No big deal. And they didn't hit him. So that's good. Got this. Let's take some green. This can get decent, too, like... Because, like, our attack's going to keep going up, and we're going to keep casting on our first slot. So this damage is going to just keep going up, too. Woo! That might be the strat right there. Keep building your Knight Cornet's attack. I mean, it's going to happen the same way I was talking, like the same strat I mentioned at the Jump Street. It's the same thing. Like, you're going to keep casting Queen Jezebel on your first slot, and her spell's going to get higher and higher damage as well. As you build that attack up, and your skulls are going to get higher and higher. So the main two are Knight Coronet and Queen Jezebel to kill stuff. Then you got your Man-at-Arms and your Sir Gawain to, like, keep you alive type stuff. So let's do this on itself, just to keep it alive. Maybe I should have done Sir Gawain there, but I just want to do this. There's only one enemy left. Okay, I didn't kill anybody yet. Bang! We win. They're doing a lot of true damage. I can see it getting hairy, but as long as you play it correctly, you'll be okay. Just keep stuff barriered, especially when it gets low on HP. Make sure you have that summon ready to go, and then keep on casting on your Knight Coronet with your Queen Jezebel. You should be good. Don't need that, because I already have fully ascended. It's a good pet to get, though, because it's like a half-price pet. It only costs like 1,000 gems. If you were to get a pet rescue pet fully ascended, it would cost you like 2,500. Or at least 2,000. It's a nice cheap pet for that kingdom to fully ascend it. So that was Epic Trials. So that's everything I wanted to do. We could talk about the spider fight while I do. Does anybody need to see anything else? Is there anything in particular you want to see? Shout out to the professor for continuing to leave comments on all those old videos. Classic EverQuest. You like the sausage parties? EverQuest seems like a sausage party, so I'm actually at one. At least one day out of the week. I'm there with my banana hammock on, baby. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I go to one every week. I'm at a sausage party every week, bro. Every Wednesday, I'm there, like, pumping my fist in my banana hammock. Chat with a 2 with a 2. Timestamp. Chad is the new Lester, putting all them hot dogs up there. Chad says, I'm the Oprah Winfrey of the chat. You get a sausage, you get a sausage, you get a sausage. I was just thinking about Oprah the other day. I forget what it was. I think it was the forum where everybody wants, like, all 6 Sentinels and everybody wants Stellarix, you know? You get a Sentinel, you get a Sentinel, you get a Sentinel, you get a Sentinel. Like, that's not this game, dude. This game is not Oprah Winfrey. If you want Oprah Winfrey, go to a talk show. There might be a key to a car under your seat. You get a car, you get a car, you get a Sentinel, you get a Sentinel, you get a Sentinel. Mark says, I can imagine Cinny wearing a banana hammock while driving his Kia and flipping everyone off. Yeah. I'll put my banana hammock out the window. Alright, we got this done. That's good. Let's move on to the next thing, which would be Adventure Board. It's really crappy. Okay, this is horrible. This is crap. But I still do it. So, I still do it. I need class experience here. I need Doomsayer. It's another place to get minor trait stones. Somebody was asking yesterday. You know, Adventure Board might give them to you here and there. But yeah, the spider was on the carpet, and it was as big as my hand. Its legs were my fingers. It was jet black as night. I couldn't even see it in the dark. I had to turn the light on because it was invisible. I put on my night vision goggles. I got out my sniper rifle, bazooka. Actually, I got a bazooka out. Got out my bazooka and my night vision goggles because I couldn't see it, man. It was pure jet black, blending in with the darkness, and it was as big as my hand. So I get out the bazooka, I get out the night vision goggles, I get out a samurai sword, and it takes off, dude. First it says, na-na-na-na-boo-boo, and it bares its fangs at me and spits poison across the room. I said, hey, buddy. Hey, I know you're good. I know you catch other bugs. I know you're not going to hurt me. But I'm sorry, like, I can't have you just in here somewhere, and I don't know where you're at. Like, you have to check in. There's curfew. You did not check in for curfew, okay? So I don't know where you're at, and I'm worried. So, we can't just have you running around the house and causing ruckus. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to get this little spanking today for not coming in at curfew. It's dark out. I can't see you. I got my night vision goggles on, my bazooka, my samurai sword. And you got to say, hey, keep your eyes on that thing. I know it's spitting poison. It's as big as my hand. It's yelling at you, taunting you. But keep your eyes on it while I get my bazooka and my samurai sword and my night vision goggles. So I go get all that. Little Cinny keeps her eyes on it. And then, you know, it spits poison across the room. It's blending in. I put on my night vision goggles. I turn them on. I could see it. Then, so, it starts taunting me like, na-na-na-na-boo-boo. And then I, like, take a step towards it, and it just takes off running. It just starts running, dude. Looks like a cheetah. It's just so fast. Legs are flailing. Like fingers. It's like 500 miles per hour across the carpet. Runs into the onto the tile. You know, it does a skid. It's drifting. Pops the clutch, hits the nos. It's drifting around. Drifts by the dog bowl. Drifting. Paul Walker. It crashed into the dog bowl. Its drifting was not on point today. Its tires, I got bald tires or something. Bald tires. It drifted. It went out of control. It was just too scared. It was running from me. It taunted me, though, you know. It said, na-na-na-na-boo-boo. Spit poison across the room. I had my night vision goggles on. It tried to drift through the kitchen. It ended up hitting the dog bowl, crashing. So it crashed into the dog bowl when I was chasing it. And then I got my bazooka. So I loaded that bad boy up, you know, like a musket. I put the little pipe down in there, packed the powder in, because that's how bazookas work. And then I fired the bazooka and I blew up the whole kitchen. And it was still a little bit alive, so I did like this cool samurai jump off the kitchen table. And I slammed my sword down on it. And it was still alive. So then I got a shoe. And I stomped a hole in the floor. And then it was finally dead. But it was still like kind of squirming, like saying, you're a wiener. It like called me a wiener before it died. Like, so, yeah, and then I tossed it in the toilet and flushed it. That was the spider fight. You know, it tried to get away, but it did taunt me and spit poison across the room, so don't feel bad for it. It didn't come in for curfew. It was hiding, like, you know, don't feel bad. He was doing a burnout, like drifting. He was out of control. He'd be fine. He went to the farm. Like, do you know, like, the toilet goes to the ocean, and it goes to a farm, and we can go visit him one day at the farm. So don't worry about it. It's okay. He's at the farm with all the other animals. Old MacDonald had a farm. That's where every animal goes. Old MacDonald. That's why they made that song. But yeah, that's the spider story. Okay, so what should I do now? We got dungeon we could do. Did I finish this? I was too busy talking. Dungeon, we could do that real fast. What we got? An hour and 7? I'm gonna go like an hour and a half because I don't go less than that. What time is it? 10:40. Okay. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I got a nice poison. See, you know what I mean? Stupid spider with its stupid poison. I told you. That even looks like a spider. No, I don't want to go up the stairs. Weakness, that looks like a spider. Everything looks like a spider now. R.I.P. Charles. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, we could do holiday event. I'm at the point where I already, like, kind of overbought it, and now I don't really, like, need to do it as much, but I'm gonna do my 3 fights. I need to get the, that awesome new troop, the dollar store Talk Shaka guy. I need to go get him. Dollar store Talk Shaka. It'd be cool, it'd be funny if the devs actually name something like what it actually is. They forget to take it out. They put Dollar Store Talk Shaka as the name. I feel like I hear screaming every time I'm on stream. When I'm streaming, I hear screaming. Some wild maniac. I don't know what they're doing. Probably planning a sausage party. A wild maniac planning a sausage party out there screaming. Perfect dungeon? Good job. No, or you mean for me? Nah, didn't get it. Sorry. I suck. Thinking about doing EverQuest live stream soon. I know that nobody here cares except for maybe Classic EverQuest, but I gave them a chance a long time ago, and I haven't given them another one in a long time. It's kind of hard to stream, like, while you're playing that game. I don't know, just an idea that popped in my head this morning. I'm like, maybe I should stream that. 'Cause I've been doing, like, the same thing every day, and I feel like the way I could make it different is to stream it, and then I could get, like, one more video out of that camp. So it'd be at least slightly different with the streaming. And there's always the chance that I have to run and die. It'd be exciting. Like the spider. ran and died. Yeah, I might do it. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 chance. Because, like, nobody knows. I can't just all of a sudden stream tomorrow. Like, nobody will be there. So I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but it might be. I might just pop up, because that could be the video, too. Like, so on my new account, I'm not powering up, and I'm picking the lowest fights. Because all I'm looking for, I started, like, halfway through the holiday event on my new account. Or something like that. I didn't really start messing with the holiday event until it was already going on for a few days at least. So, you know, I'm just picking lowest level, and I'm not powering up. So I'm just getting what I can get done as far as my new account goes. And I think I'm going to get that troop. And that's the only person I would recommend to get that troop first and not worry about the pet is somebody that's like a super duper beginner. Because then you can get Dollar Store Takshaka on a brand new account. That might be the best place for it. I wish that guy was different colors, man. That would be sick, because then he would be really useful. Wish that holiday legendary was different. They had to make it the exact same colors as Takshaka. So now it's only useful until you get Takshaka. Or it's a crazy restriction, I guess. Like instead of King Mikhail, you could use that, maybe. Every once in a while. And you know what that does? I think that devalues Baiska more. Not to poop on parties like I always do, but isn't Baiska Urska too? The bear with no pants has now been made less viable by the Dollar Store Takshaka. Hey, I have enough points for it. Let's get it. It's cool you get 3 of them, because that's exactly how many you need if you want to do the thing. So it's the 3rd trait. Convert a purple gem to an elemental star when my turn begins. Takshaka makes a wild card when its turn begins, right? Which covers every single color. All 6 colors. So it's way easier to match than a elemental star. But elemental is still good. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, like, that's why I'm calling it a Dollar Store Takshaka. It only does 2/3 as much as a Takshaka, so it's not as good. Takshaka puts out every single color, and then that's why it's easier to like get that mana match, make it the matches happen. This thing you're gonna put an elemental star, which is just green, brown, red, and blue. So you're missing purple and yellow, and it's like less likely that it's gonna connect. I mean, it's still really good a chance, like still a really good chance, like 66% chance or something that it will connect. And you're putting 3 of them up there. But it's not as good as Takshaka, who can do every single color and will connect more. And, you know, so that's the only reason I'm calling it that. It's still really good, and you should get it. And it's from Nexus. We need more Nexus troops. It's an elemental Urska. We might need an Urska. So, Nexus, Urska is the best part. The worst part is red, yellow, and then elemental star instead of wild card. But it's still really good, and you still get it. You thought Baiska was the best troop ever? I don't think they're doing that anymore, bro. Like, they just do the question mark thing. That's the new strat. Is it good or bad? Question mark. Zip your lips, bro. McDonald's. But anyway, what else can we do? We got like 15 minutes left. It's Tuesday. I would do the faction event probably. First I start with this. It's done. Then I do this. That's done. Then I do dungeon. That's done. As far as I'm going to do it, because I failed. Bear the Heat. Done. So, Tower of Doom, faction event, PvP, and Underspire. Anybody have a preference out of those things? PvP, Underspire, Tower of Doom, or more faction event, I guess, are the things I have left to do. Tower of Doom? Okay, I'm not very deep. I think I only played yesterday. Yeah, we could put a timestamp for it. I'll have to bring up Terran's World. 115, 116. Save. Alright, let me bring it up. Come on. I'm gonna go to like floor 30 no matter what, so nobody has to worry about anything. I always do that. So if the guild gets the Tower of Doom done by Wednesday, I'm still going to floor 30, or at least floor 26, because you get all those weapon scrolls. So every single person, if you can, should go to at least floor 26. But I'm not gonna like force myself to go to floor 30 on Tuesday either, you know? Tower of Doom map. Alright, what floor am I on? I don't even know. It's not very far. It's only Tuesday. Floor 5. Oh, yeah. Alright, we got 2 is attack, 3 is armor, 4 is unlock, and 5 is magic. So I'm only doing 4. So that's the point of having a scout. If you hit any other rooms other than 4, you're ignoring the scout's advice. And they might as well not be there. Why don't you just do every single room, I say? If you're not gonna take the scout's advice and you're gonna get 50,000 boons, you might as well just not have a scout. What's the point? This is the freaking super high level team. I need to switch it. I mean, that's how the event works. You know, it's not the same as every other event. You have scouts. The scouts scout out the tower. They tell you which rooms to go in, and then you go in only those rooms. So people that have 50 million boons are not following instructions very good. Or they're a scout themselves. People with 50,000 boons don't listen. They say, screw you, scout. Middle finger, scout. I don't care about all your hard work. Here's the double bird. I'm gonna go in every room anyway. I don't care about your gems or your time. Let me just go in every room anyway. Why do we need a scout? We don't. I'll just go in every room. I don't know the thought process. Especially in a high-level guild. Like, low-level guilds, like, some people have to do way more because other people are doing nothing. That's a whole nother problem. But if you're in a high-level guild where most people participate, you should just go in the rooms you're supposed to go into, or otherwise you're just giving the double bird to the scout. Even if they don't think that, you really are. So they could say, oh, it's okay, I like the 1 progress towards the 17 out of... I like to get the 1 out of 17 for the next armor stat. Thank you. We only need 16 more armor scrolls to get that next 1 armor. Even if they say that, you're just know, like, you're not really helping. You're still giving them the middle finger, so. You say, all your work is for nothing. I don't care about scouts. I'm going to go in every room anyway. I must go in every room. Magic rooms, power rooms, armor room, HP room. I don't care what you're saying on that. I don't care that you inputted all that data on wherever. Screw you! I'm going wherever I want. I don't care about anybody. I'm just going to go wherever I want. People with 0 boons, that means you followed advice, you appreciate the scout, you're doing exactly what they're telling you to do, you're following orders. You're like, that's how the event is supposed to go. The people that are closest to 0 boons are the best people that are doing it correctly. Or you're a scout. So the way, if everything went perfectly in a Tower of Doom, you would have like 5 scouts, maybe 3, maybe 4, whatever, somewhere around there. So one person would go to like floor 10, scout out 10 floors or so, because it's easier in the beginning. So like the first scout would scout out like 10 floors. Then the second scout would take over. They would follow the first scout's advice through the first 10 floors, they wouldn't go through every room because that would just... Why would the first scout even need to exist if you're just going to go in every room? So the second scout would follow the first scout's advice, go to floor 10, then start doing every room, and maybe they would do 5 floors. They would go from 10 to 15, and they would scout that, and they would put it on Terran's World or your guild chat or whatever. Tell everybody else what to do. If you're not a scout, everybody else should just go in the unlock, luck, fireball, heroism, haste rooms. That's it. Otherwise, you're just giving the middle finger to the scouts. Like, screw you and all your work, your hard work. After that, the third scout should take over. Maybe go from 15 to 20. This is like the ideal situation, right? I know it doesn't always happen. One person usually goes to floor 80, and then it should be like 5 scouts, not 1. So the next scout goes from 15 to 20, but they followed the first and second scout's advice as they were going from floor 1 to floor 15. They followed the first 2 scouts' advices. They're not going in every single room. This is how they save gems, save turns, save time. So we don't want like 5 scouts going through every single room all the way up. You do the first scout does like the first 10 floors. The second scout follows the first scout's advice, does not go in every room. Once they get to floor 10, then they start scouting. And they go to like 15, so they only really have to scout like 5 floors. So they're only using like how many extra sigils? Like 15 maybe max, which only costs like so many gems. It's not like crazy. That's why you should have like 5 scouts, not 1. And then, like, the next scout takes over. They follow the first 2 scouts' advices. That way they're not going in every room and using extra sigils and extra gems to go through the already, mapped out tower. So then they go from, like, 15 to 20, and they scout those 5 floors. Just 5. That's like 15 sigils max extra. And then somebody else takes over, 20 to 25. And then somebody else takes over, 25 to 30. And that's all you really need. If everybody does what they're supposed to do and goes to floor 26 or floor 30 or something, we should have enough points to get all rewards. And then that would be the best case scenario. Maybe like a couple people have to go to 35 or 40 because there's a couple slackers. You got to make up for the couple of slackers. So that would be the ideal Tower of Doom right there. 5 different scouts, working together. And then everybody else with 0 boons. The 5 scouts get all the stats that you need, all the diminishing return, before it becomes diminishing return stats. They get all the stats, the 5 scouts. So everybody gets those stats, the easy to get stats. And then everybody else should have as close to 0 boons as possible, because all that means is you followed their advice, you made their time worth it, they scouted for you, and you went into the rooms that they told you to go into. That's what 0 boons means. If you have 500,000 boons, you just said, F you, scout, I don't care about your work. I'm just going to go in every room anyway. And then when there's a scout on floor 80, you're like, why? There's nothing up there. You're just going high for no reason. The leaderboard sucks. If you win it, it's the dummy Olympics. And, there's like no reason. The ideal Tower of Doom would be like 5 scouts going to like floor 40, maybe 40 or something like that. And then every other 25 players should have 0 boons and go to like floor 30. That'd be ideal. That'd be the most people wasting the least and getting it done for the cheapest. But nobody does that. I don't get it. I guess it's like a hard to grasp concept. It's like one of the hardest events to understand, I guess. But I try to explain it and over-explain it every single time, and it still seems like, I don't know. People still get 50,000 boons. I don't know why. And you could say, oh, I want to give I want to help with stats to help the scouts, and the scouts are they're probably already on floor 80 and don't need to go any higher. Number 1. Number 2, the stats that you get aren't going to help very much because now you got to get 17 freaking magic scrolls just to get 1 magic. And you're only going to get like 2, 3, whatever. So everybody in the guild would have to be doing that just to get 1 magic. So that's a ton of stuff, ton of sigils you're wasting if every single person goes into the magic rooms. And there's no point. We might as well not have a scout. Everybody just might as well go in every room if we're going to do that. I forget what my high-level team was. What was it? I think I was just doing Stellarix, right? It's going to be kind of boring. But we're just trying to get this crap done now. We're done with the making teams portion of the stream. Something like that, huh? So there's your Tower of Doom rant. I've been kicked out of guilds before over that. I don't know why. I'm just trying to help. Blue, yellow, minus green, that looks fine. Doing Bard for 50% start. We got a lot of yellow troops, I guess. I don't know. I think this is my team. And everybody has their own situation. You might be the guild leader of a lower level guild, and you might have to go higher up in the tower and stuff like that. Like, I get it. Like, some people have their situations going on. I'm talking more about, like, high level top 50 guilds. Most people should have 0 boons. Whatever percentage that is. 25 out of 30 people out of, like, the top 50 guilds should have 0 boons. Or, like, very close to it. You might have 1 or 2. You might have went in the wrong room one time. Sometimes that happens, but... Or you're above floor 26, and you're getting, you get them up there, you know? You get boons up there, so you do get a little bit. But as close to 0 as possible, it means you're doing it right. If you want to know, hey, am I doing the Tower of Doom right as a non-scout? The closer you are to 0 boons is the closer you are to doing it right. Floor 6, we got 2 is magic, 3 is attack, 4 is unlock, 5 is attack. So we're going to go just in 4. Spider sausage. Alright, see ya, Chad. Have a good day, dude. Hope you had a good day off yesterday. Mark's almost done with the assassin class. That's a pretty good one. Brian just helicoptered out of bed. Nice. I wish I could do that. I'm so slow to, like, wake up. I kind of, like, stumble out of bed. I kind of, like, roll out of bed and fall on the floor, and then I kind of crawl. I say, where's the caffeine? Help. Help me, where's the caffeine? As I'm stumbling and falling out of bed. I, like, roll, like, oh, I gotta get up. I roll out and just plunk. Big old thump. Dad's waking up. I heard his thump. His morning thump. Dad must be awake. Thump. And I'm crawling towards the caffeine, like reaching up, like, give it to me. Eventually, after about 45 minutes, I find it. And then it's caffeine time, and then it takes like another 45 minutes just for that to really kick in. It's like a whole 2-hour process for me to wake up. 30 minutes rolling out of bed and thumping on the floor, and then 45 minutes finding the caffeine, and then 45 minutes for it to kick in. It's a 2-hour process. So I could set my alarm for 5, and I would not be actually moving around until like 7, probably. I'm not saying I like get up late, though. I'm not like up at noon or 2 or 3, you know. I'm talking more like 8, 7. I don't think I've ever been still asleep at like 9. So I'm not like a lazy person that just sleeps all day. But it just like, I set my alarm early because I know it's going to take me freaking 2 hours to actually wake up. So I'll set my alarm for like 6, and then I'll be moving around doing stuff by like 8. Floor 7. Got 2 is haste, 3 is haste, 4 is life, and 5 is unlock. So we're just going to skip 4 this time. Chad with the 2, don't work too hard. I agree. Brian says been doing lowest level fights on holiday, works just the same as picking highest level so far. That's what Mr. Z was saying. I still haven't really like fully determined whether that's true or not, but I'm leaning towards yes, just because, you know, he's probably right. But there's no reason not to do highest level, so I haven't stopped doing it yet. It's not like that much harder, and you make sure you get the most points that way. But if the lowest level works, freaking do it. I'm doing it on my new account. You definitely want to power up every time, though, even if you're doing lowest level. Biska was the best troop ever. No, it's Theo, Sana. Remember, we see Theo everywhere all the time. That's what I thought. That's what I thought when, you know, I told you so. That's what I thought. Told you. Where's Theo? I remember when I saw Tacit use Theo. Remember that? Oh, you don't? Yeah, me either. I think it was right when it came out, maybe. That was it. Maybe that 1 week where I told you, where we had Urskaya, and of course, because it's a tight restriction. Duh. And I didn't even use it that week. But I could see people using it that week because of the restriction. But 95% of the time, you're not using it. So that's must be a really good troop if you're not going to use it 95% of the time, dude. It's freaking amazing. You got to get it right now. Drop everything and go get it. So you're going to use it 5% of the time sometimes. Probably less. And then don't join the Dark Order. Please do not. I am not joining. No way, Jose. Screw the Dark Order. I do not want gold marks. They're way down my pockets. I hate books. I'm going to throw books in the garbage and burn them. I don't want to get a kingdom level in power. I think that's stupid. I like low-level kingdoms. They're lower, you know, so the bullets whiz by. You can get down. Get down! Just level down, dude. We don't want a high level, because then you can't duck. You gotta get down! I don't want Dark Order. That's stupid. Stupid gold marks, stupid books, stupid high-level kingdoms, stupid. I hate that. I don't want to do Dark Order. It's dumb. Everybody should be in the loser bracket. Gold marks just make your pockets heavy. You can't run. Duh. Stupid. You stupid gold marks are too heavy, you dummy. Join in the Dark Order. No way, Jose. I recommend not doing that because your pocket, you'll get too much stuff. And then you gotta live a minimalist lifestyle. It's so much better when you just don't have so much stupid stuff. You get too heavy, you can't run. You can't, you know, gotta feel the wind in your trousers. 2 is armor, 3 is unlock, 4 is power, and 5 is luck. So we got 3 and 5 this time. Theo's on the milk carton too, you know. You guys started it, not me. Mark says, Iron Gut and Zul got together, you're not messing around. That's one of the, like, classic high-level Tower of Doom, or anything. Faction, Tower of Doom, Explorer 12. It's like one of the classics. Nowadays, everybody's doing Stellaryx, but before Stellaryx came out, man, it was Iron Gut, Zul'Goth was, like, meta. And it's still really good for, like, super high-level stuff where it takes Stellaryx, like, 3-4 shots. Like I always say, though, you kind of want to start with one team, like a fast team, and then move into something else that's, like, scalable, like instant kill, once you get super deep in an event. I already forget. 2 was armor, 3 was unlock, 4 is power, 5 is luck. So we got to go luck. You get lots of points for luck. It's lucky. Yoke says, here is an idea to fix the Citadel scoring. They should take the top 100 in each alliance so people would take the harder battles. If you don't have enough people, you would get an average score. I don't know how that would work with people buying extra battles. Yeah, I don't think the things that they did actually did anything, but they're, like, trying, I guess, to fix it. Stacy's here! Good to see ya. Yeah, yeah, falling asleep too. Like I get horrible sleep. That's why I probably don't want to wake up. I'm sure it's like a vicious cycle. I try to sleep, you know, I can fall asleep, but then I like wake up, and then like I can fall asleep again, but then I wake up. Like I'm waking up like 3-4 times every night, so I'm never sleeping for like 6 hours straight or 8 hours straight. So then when I wake up, I got like crappy sleep. So now I don't want to get up. It sucks. Like every freaking night almost. It's like one day every week I'll get some good sleep. There's the comment, man. The professor appreciates you, dude. But yeah, the Tower of Doom thing, like, I'm just trying to help, of course, like always, in my stupid abrasive way. Like, nobody knows what you're doing. I'm not calling anybody out or anything. I'm no specific person. I didn't mention any names or anything. If you're doing a bunch of boons right now, just stop. That's all you gotta do, and don't do it next time. And then problem solved. It doesn't have to be like this, you know, thing. But once again, like, listen to your guild leader. Don't listen to me. Like, your guild leader might have a different plan, and your whole guild might have a different plan. So, of course, listen to your guild leader first. But if they don't give you any advice, then I'm giving you advice, you know? If they don't have any preference, then I'm just telling you the way it should be done. Do it as it should be done. I guess I'll get blue. Of course. It's okay, though. We got this. Professor says, I'm tired about complaining about guildmate following the scout. People just don't listen and just do whatever they want. So they're giving the bird to your scouts, basically. They're flushing your scouts' gems down the toilet. Such wonderful people. Floor 9. Like, what's the whole point of putting all this stuff on Terran's World if you're just going to go in every room anyway? Like, just that portion of the work of going to Terran's World, picking the right stat, like, keeping track as you go. Like, it's not even just the gems and the time. It's the whole, like, making a list of rooms you're supposed to go in, too. Like, it's work. They're doing hard work just so you can, like, save gems and save sigils and save time. And then you just totally ignore it? That's crazy to me. I'm following your exact advice. If you scouted this, thank you so much. I'm going in the exact rooms you're telling me to. I'm literally doing exactly what you're telling me to do if you were a scout. So you should feel good about that, not bad. I'm doing exactly what you're telling me to do. Floor 9, 2 is life, 3 is haste, 4 is magic, and 5 is unlock. So we need to go in 3 and 5. Bottom 2. Haste is just a free thing, like you always might as well take those. You can, like, when you're super high up and you have enough sigils, you don't have to go in haste anymore if you don't want to, but you could always double up on sigils and make battles easier later, so I think haste is always worth it. Because, like, when I'm on floor 27, I could use 5 sigils and beat that fight easy. Because I got a bunch of extra sigils from going in haste rooms. When it's like super easy down here to just wipe out a haste room real fast, you don't even lose the sigil. But you might gain sigils via a Vow Raven. And then when you're up in a higher floor, where it's like floor 27 and it's a hard fight, you could double up on sigils because you got extra sigils and now you made it an easy fight. Just makes sense. One day everything will click and it'll make sense. Even if you don't understand right now, like, one day you're going to understand and it's all going to make sense. Like, oh, that's why. That's why he said to do that. I get it now. Because I don't know. I don't always... It takes me time to have that moment also. But I've already had that moment about almost everything. Like, oh, yeah, that's why you do it that way. Sometimes it's even like, oh, you shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll say, like, no, you don't. Why would I do that? And then one day I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm like, okay, now we're going to do it that way now. You might think you're right. One day it'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. Don't waste the scouts' time. Don't waste their gems. They're telling you to go in certain rooms for a reason. That's their whole reason for existing. I shouldn't just ignore them and go in every room. I mean, I'm wasting sigils myself here. I'm wasting gems. If you're going in every room, it costs a sigil to go in every room. You could have got higher up in the tower. You could have got done quicker, but you're not because you're just not listening. You're making it take longer and making it harder and making it cost more by not following Scout's advice. Alright, last room, and I got to go. I already went longer than I thought I was going to go. Or last floor, I mean. Got 2 is armor, 3 is armor, 4 is armor, and 5 is unlocked. So, yeah, definitely just going to 5. Armor is not great. It's probably the worst one. HP is pretty bad, too. Well, we can go look at my boons after this, and I guarantee I have something super close to 0, if not 0. So I practice what I preach. I'm not just going to tell y'all to get 0 boons to, like, play a trick on you or something. Haha, told him to get 0 boons. Played a trick. What's that? What is it, like Big Bang Theory, where what does he do when he says something like that? I played a trick on you. I made a funny. I made a funny. I made a joke. I made a funny joke on you. I told you not to get boons. I think that was the show. He's like, I made a joke. I told a funny. I told a funny to make you. Boom, 0. Boom, 0. Good job, dude. I had to check a mark there. Keep marking line. Check on mark there. I had to do it. He got 0 though. He's doing the right thing there. I'll appreciate it. Good job, man. I had guard medals on that whole time using Stellarix. That's smart. Alrighty. No problem, Professor, man. That's like a thing, dude. Like, Tower of Doom can turn into an argument for no reason. It's just people that don't understand, arguing at people that are trying to do it the right way, or somebody that's trying to tell people to do it the right way and nobody listening, or like it always turns into, because it's like the only event where you have to actually collaborate with your guild. So of course, if there's going to be any drama, it's going to happen during the event where you have to collaborate with your guild. Like during a world event, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, people can tell though, like if you got a lot of battles and like little points, you're probably doing the event wrong, but at least you're participating. They can't really say anything. But like with the Tower of Doom, somebody is giving you the rooms to go in. Here's where you go. If you go in the other room, a big poopy sprays all over you. There's traps in those rooms. Act like there's traps in those rooms, That'd be better. I wish they would do that instead. Instead of putting like an armor scroll or an HP scroll or whatever in those other rooms, they should put like a poopy spray trap, or a you stub your toe trap, or you slip and fall on a banana peel. There should be traps in the rooms you're not supposed to go in. That'd be cool. And then you like waste a sigil. Maybe fall down a floor or something. Then people would actually follow your advice because they would understand it. But since they give you something for going in the wrong rooms, people go in those rooms. It'd be like there's a penny in that room, all right? So here I'm going to tell you there's a $100 bill in room 2. There's a $20 bill in room 3. There's a penny in room 4, and there's a penny in room 5. You need to go into 2 and 3, get the $100 bill, get the $20 bill, and then go to the boss. We got people going into the penny room and picking up the penny. And like they're paying way more than a penny to get a penny. So if you're going into the armor room, the HP room, etc., you are like giving like 5 gems or something. I don't know what it is. Like you could break it down, how many sigils you got versus how many gems you spent. And then you could see like how much each sigil costs in gems. And then you could say every time you go into the wrong room, you're going to give them 5 to 10 gems for like 1 penny when you go in the wrong room. Here you go. Here's 10 gems for 1 penny. The scout's like, you dummy! I told you go in 2 and 3. Why'd you go in the penny room? You just paid you paid $10 to get a penny. What are you doing? What are you doing? Every sigil costs $1. Let's say every sigil costs $1. Here, this will explain it. I'll over-explain it like always. You don't need me to explain it, but I love to explain it anyway. Reinforcement, you know. So every sigil is $1 bill. Okay? The scouts go in every room, so they're spending $1 on every single room. So they're going all, except, the ones they're scouting at least. So every floor that a scout is scouting, they're spending $1 to go in every single room. Alright, and then they're telling people, okay, I found out what's in all those rooms. Is it worth it or not to go in those rooms? I spent $1 on each room so I could tell you what's in each one. Okay, in room 2, there's a $100 bill. In room 3, there's a penny. In room 4, there is a dime. And in room 5, there's a nickel. So here's your $4. Okay, here's your $4. Now take $1 and pay to open the room with the $100 bill in it, right? Get your $100 bill and go to the boss and get out of there. You don't need to go in the penny room or the nickel room or the dime room because you're going to spend $1 to get a penny. Or you're going to spend $1 to get a nickel. Or you're going to spend $1 to get a dime. And I already did that. I already made that mistake for you. That way I could tell you not to go in there. And people are just like kicking the door in and freaking grabbing the penny like a dummy. Oh, everybody, they throw the $1 at the door, like crumple it up and throw it, and then they kick in the door and grab the penny. Like, what are you doing? I told you not to go in there. They go in anyway. What are you doing? The next floor, it's like, okay, it costs $1 to go in every room. There's 4 rooms. Here's room 2, room 3, room 4, and room 5. Every single room costs $1 to enter the door. The scout already kicked open all the doors, and they already told you what's in every room. So there's a $100 bill in room 5. And there's a penny in room 2, a penny in room 3, and a penny in room 4. Or a poopy spray trap, whatever you want to say. A trap. A penny. So they say, hey, just go in the 5th room. That's where you pay $1 to open the door so you can get your $100 bill. And then you can just get out of there. You can go to the boss. You're done. You don't need to go in 2 where there's just a penny. You don't want to spend $1 to kick in the door to get a penny. Now you're down 99 cents. You don't want to go in room 3. There's a penny in there too. I already got it. I already know what's in there. It's the same for everybody in our guild. There's definitely a penny in there. Don't get curious and open the door. Don't crumble up $1, throw it at the door, kick the door in to get your penny. Okay, there's pennies in there. Don't go in there. There's a penny in that other room too. You just go in the one room I told you to. There's a $100 bill. You spend $1, you open the door, you get your $100 bill, you get out of there. You go to floor 3. Think about it like that. Your sigils are $1 bills, and like the luck scrolls, the heroisms, the fireballs, the unlocks, the hastes are like $100 bills. The armor, the HP, the magic, the powers, the stuff like that are like pennies. So you're going to pay $1 to open the door. You don't want to get a penny, do you? You want to get a $100 bill. So only go in the rooms that have $100 bills in them because it costs $1 to open the door. And the scouts already opened all the doors. They already spent dollars on every single door. You're wasting their dollars. You know how much dollar? Like, you already spent $1 to open that door to see it was a penny. The scout already did that. So they already wasted 99 cents. Now you're going to kick the door in and spend another $1 to get another penny? Now we're down $1.99. Then freaking numbnuts, little Dookie Stain, kicks in the door and gets another penny for $1. Now we're down $2.99 because little Dookie Stain decided he wanted to kick the door in too. Didn't want to listen. That's how Tower of Doom is. There's a couple rooms on each floor that have $100 bills in them, but it costs $1 to open the door to see it. The scouts are going in all the doors to tell you exactly what's in there. That way you know, there's a penny in that one. I'm not even opening that door. I'm not going to spend my $1. I'm going to save my $1 for later. I'm not going to be Lil Dookie Stain and just kick the door open when I know there's a penny in there. I'm not going to spend $1 to buy a penny because I'm not Lil Dookie Stain. Yeah, it'd be cool if you like fell down a floor or there was a trap or something. That'd be way more exciting. Yeah, people should take turns to scout. I don't think it should ever be on one person to go to floor 80. You know, I think it should be 5 people that go to floor 40 or something. That'd be ideal. You know, each person does 8 floors. That's about that seems about right. If you jump on there early and you get to do the first 8 floors, that's because your early bird gets the worm. You get to do the easy floors. But it still costs you more. You got to pay $1 to open every door. You got to pay a sigil to open every door. So sometimes you're going to lose because you're going to make it so no one else loses. Because they're going to follow your advice and not little Dookie stain the doors with just pennies in them. Kat says it's so frustrating when members don't read chat and then do exactly this. Just tell them they're a little Dookie stain then. But anyway, I think I'm done for the day. I've over-explained Tower of Doom for the millionth time now. Hey, I can't always come up with something new, like the dollar thing for the penny thing. It's kind of like the money machine with the vault event, getting out to get a dime. You know, like getting a pet. It's similar. Doing the wrong rooms in Tower of Doom is like getting a pet during same value. Like, of course you get a penny. Like, you're not getting nothing. You're getting a penny. That's something. You open the door, you got a penny, but you paid $1 to get in that door, so it's kind of dumb. Just like a pet rescue during a vault event. You're going to pretty much you're going to spend way too much money to go get that pet. You're going to basically pay 7 vault keys to go get 1 copy of a pet, which is not worth it. It's like buying a penny for $1. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below. I may or may not live stream EverQuest tomorrow. So if people want to, like, just be there to make me not embarrassed by the viewers, like 5 people there or something, I might, but I probably won't. So we'll see. Usually I take Wednesday off of streaming. Like, it kind of, you know how, like, streaming makes your brain hurt. If you're like an okay streamer, at least, I consider myself an okay streamer. Even if I just ramble nonsense, at least I'm continuously rambling nonsense, and there's not like bouts of silence. There might be bouts of non-gameplay, but there's never bouts of silence, right? So, thinking and talking for 2 hours straight, it kind of makes you a little bit low mental energy after. So it is nice to have 1 day off of streaming. But, I don't know, I might do it tomorrow, I might not. So, if you feel like checking for me and hanging out. But, probably, I don't know. I think it's like a 25% chance that I do that. I'll probably just make a video. Both things kind of take the same amount of time, but it's kind of more chill to make a video where I can just pause and go do something and come back to it. With streaming, you're like locked in for 2 hours. You can't like pause and go do something for 20 minutes. But yeah, no problem, Sana. Hopefully somebody out there figures it out. Professor says I have my next duplicate egg tomorrow. I can't wait. Professor says, that's exactly what I commented on your Skyforce video. It seems like that game, you really have to concentrate. Yeah, that was a fun game. I think I got like the high score or something crazy. I remember playing that and like, it has a high score for everybody that's playing it on PlayStation. And I think I got it. Like, of course it got beat pretty quickly thereafter, but I feel like I got the high score at some point on that game. It's like a shoot 'em up, like a shmup. I think that's what they're called, where it's like you're in like a ship and you're shooting to the top of the screen, and like there's enemies like coming at you, shooting and stuff, and you just pretty much hold in the button and use weapons and clear the screen. Like you got a bomb that clears the screen. You got like machine gun to shoot at. It's like what's it called? Asteroids, whatever that old game was. Like one of those shmups, I think they're called. It's pretty cool. But alright, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for being here. You're the best. Thanks for joining me today. Yoke, the Ham, Sana, the Professor, Mark, Kat, Anita. We got Sana, we got Mark, we got Stacy, we got Yoke, we got Classic EverQuest, we got Brian, Chad with a do. We got Classic, we got Sana, we got Maka, we got Chad, we got Bruce, Anita, Yoke, Bruce, Maka, Mark, Kat, Yoke, Mark with the 2, thank you so much. Anita with the gifted. Went to TK Peril, who kind of one of those people that are in Hawaii right now. Like, I try to say it in a way that's not, yeah. TK Peril's surfing in Hawaii until otherwise. Until we're told otherwise, we just assume that they're doing something really fun You know, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm saying something cool. Like you're surfing in Hawaii. That is freaking awesome. So TK Peril right now is surfing in Hawaii with Funky Town, Texas, and Livewire. They're all like doing a tandem surfing event or something. You know, in Hawaii. Mark with the 2, Anita with the gifted. We had Effley here today, even though Effley is working on her house and moving and stuff. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Shout out to Doc. I remember stuff. I'm an actual friend. I'm not just like some streamer that's gonna forget about you as soon as the stream's over. You know what I mean? Like I know stuff. I keep stuff in mind. I try to at least. There's a lot of people, and it's not always possible. But like, I'm not gonna forget stuff. Usually, like, I know something about each and every one of you. Usually, I don't just like let that fly over my head and not listen. We got Yoke, we got Pizza Time, we got Sauna, we got Mark. And yeah, like Chad's a woodworker. Effley and Doc. You know what I mean? So I know stuff. But yeah, I'm out of here. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Dervicious was here. You're a sinner, bro. You're a sinner, dude. I'm about to make like, what's it called on Discord? I'm not a big fan of Discord. I feel like people can snaky, freaking DM like somebody could join that just doesn't even like me, and they could just like DM everybody in the freaking Discord and just tell them lies. That's happened before. It's not like I'm just like a tinfoil hat man that's making stuff up and I'm paranoid. It's literally happened. Somebody told me that they told me it was happening. And then, you know, like I confronted people and they, yeah, you know, like they admitted to it. So it was happening. You know what I mean? So if anybody ever sends you a weird message on Discord like, why are you supporting Sinnycool? You know, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you screenshot it and send it to me, because before you like get into the like, don't let them like chat you up for months and months and months and then tell me. Like, do it as soon as it happens, because then I could tell you for like the truth. Like, did you know he blah 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 blah? Which there would be nothing, but they can make stuff up. People can make stuff up, and they could really be like, you know, making you believe it. So why don't you just hit me up and ask me instead of just believing stuff from a random person. Because I feel like some people do that. I'm like, what the hell? Snake from some other channel comes over. They could DM everybody on this freaking Discord and tell them about whatever they want to say. Freaking lie. So I don't know. Just like paranoid tinfoil hat man today. But I made it to where you cannot DM each other on there now. And you could probably like, if you need anything from me, just like send a friend request and then you can DM me and I'll accept it. So you can't just, like, not DM me. You can do that. I think you can anyway, maybe, but I don't know. But it's happened before, so anyway. Just let me know if it happens, because I would love to know. I would love to, like, come down on this person with freaking hellfire and brimstone. If somebody's doing that. And just tear their ass for, like, a year straight on stream. That'd be great. I would love to do that. So let me know. Just let me know if you see any little weird, sneaky stuff. I don't know why I brought that up. Yeah, it's their problem, right? I know, most people are smart enough not to believe them, but I've had, like, it happen before where there was, like, 5, 6 of my people, like, talking shit, kinda. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are the best. Have a great day. Peace out.